Minecraft. It's been heartwarming these last few years to see this game make a comeback. I remember being a little kid watching gameplay videos of Minecraft's alpha all those years ago. I remember the day the first ever real release came out, hunger bars and all. I remember playing it during our free time in gifted class since it was technically considered an educational tool, whatever that means. Basically, it's been a pretty big part of my life for a long time now. It's a bit of a random topic for my first ever video, sure, but I think it's a suitable one. Two of my favorite hobbies mashed together. So, today I decided to redraw a few of my favorite Minecraft mobs. Starting off, we have the Enderman. He's a longtime favorite of mine, and I assume most everyone else's, but he's a good one. I mean, just look at those spindly arms, the unhinging jaw, the glowy purple particles. He just looks so cool. My thought with this one is to draw a more stretched out humanoid creature. I mean, obviously, look at him. Like a human who's been corrupted by some kind of otherworldly force. I've drawn Endermen before, and the staple is to draw them out looking, melty, for lack of a better word. It's like the skin had grown shut over his lips, and the fury or his fear of being observed makes them scream so hard that it breaks open their long-gone mouths. Kids games, am I right? I really like how the glowy effects on this one turned out. He looks sad and tragic, but also not something you want walking near you on a moonless night. If you poke him, you're asking for trouble. I mean, unless you're under a 2-block high ceiling, I guess. Game mechanics and all. So, this is the Enderman, finished in all his glory. I love him. Secondly, I have the Blaze. This guy, thing, whatever, has always been one of my favorites ever since it came out. The heavy breathing sounds it makes always kind of rub me the wrong way, and they fit the Nether to a T. If you ever had to sit down and imagine a monster from hell that wasn't a demon, I think a floating firehead would fit the bill. I wasn't actually sure where I was going with this one at first. I had an image in my head, but it was actually a lot harder to interpret the in-game skin than I thought it would be. Instead of a helmet, I ended up going with sort of this idea of a skull partially made of magma, or maybe covered with it. The glow effects and smoke ended up making this particular drawing, if I'm honest. This guy looks like even being in his presence would give you third-degree burns, though we all kind of know he's a pushover who wouldn't survive a snowball fight. But I digress. Floaty Firehead is cool. I think we all knew where this was going to go in the end. One cannot draw Minecraft mobs without at least thinking of the Warden. The Warden fascinates me, though that's far from an original sentiment. I absolutely love the concept, aesthetic, feel, really everything about the Deep Dark. It's horrifying to walk through for the first time, especially when you're not sure what exactly you're going into. As scary as it is, the Warden and all his skulk, they're just so pretty. He's terrifying, obviously, but this color scheme is just like to die for. He's a very appealing monster with a lore-rich environment, and though I'm probably kind of basic for this, it's my favorite thing to be added to the game in a long, long time. If I could have a room that looked like the Deep Dark, I don't think I'd ever leave it. I mean, just look at me, wouldn't I fit in? Anyway, enough about all of that. The drawing itself came out better than I felt it would, though I'm not completely satisfied with it. I'm not sure what's bothering me exactly, it's just something. Nevertheless, I hope you like it. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. In case you didn't notice, this is my first video I've ever made, and your views or other engagement, whatever it may be, is very appreciated. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Lexicon, and I hope to see you more in the future.